Welcome to the Go Raj, hosted by myself, Mr. Holliness, and my spirited side friend, Kit. Bone, would you put that down, Bone? Oh, I apologize. This channel is your go-to for truth, practical advice, and empowering knowledge, all delivered with a little humor. Me and Bone bring a wealth of wisdom and credibility, while Bone tries to keep things lively. We break down complex ideas into simple, actionable steps with a little bit of laughter along the way. Whether you're looking for self improvement tips, life changing insights, or just to have a good time, we've got you covered. So let's talk. What is 811? 811 is a nationally recognized phone number that you call before you dig. One of the reasons why we talk about 811 actually is because of him. Let me just give you a quick story. Bone got electrocuted. He had smoke coming out his ears. He had smoke coming out his eyes, all because he didn't call 811. If he would have called 811, he would have found out where that electrical line was, along with the gas line, power lines, water lines, and all the other stuff in the backyard. But I got a better idea. If you're confused about the 811 process, there's a company you can email called Ground Vision. You can email Ground Vision and they will answer any 811 questions. They will even come out there and locate your underground utilities if you want them to. Ground Vision email is groundvisioninc@gmail.com. That is groundvisioninc@gmail.com. Let me spell it for you. GROUNDVISIONINC@gmail.com. Text or email rather, I apologize. Email Ground Vision if you have any questions about anything related to underground facilities. Moving on. So me and Bone started a business. And I called him and I was like, look, Bone, man, we got to figure out a way to make some money without physically having to always go do something. He was like, Mr. Hollinis, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. So Bone called me a couple days later. He said, I found how we can make some money without physically going to do something. I was like, how we gonna do that, Bone? He said a virtual dispensary. That's right. Virtual dispensary. Totally different than a regular dispensary. So I looked into it and basically it's phenomenal. Me and Bone have already jumped in. We are business owners of a virtual dispensary. Let me tell you some of the advantages of this. Matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you the customer advantages and the owner advantages. If you're a customer, you can order 24/7. You can order from the comfort of your home. You can order from another home. If you're going on a vacation, think about this. If you're going on a vacation from California, just say to Florida, you can order your stuff, have it shipped to where you're going to be there just in time. You can't beat that. But I got one even better for you. Say you're a doctor or a lawyer, even a politician, and you know you smoke and you want to. Guess what? You ain't got to worry about nobody seeing your face because you order online and you can have it shipped anywhere. Yeah. And I'm sure it's a few doctors or lawyers, politicians listening and wondering, how do I do this? Don't worry. I'm going to give you the info. Just hold up. Now I'm going to tell you the advantage of owning one if you're a owner. No overhead costs. You can't beat that. You don't have to worry about a lease or paying the rent. You don't have to worry about the security guard that you got to have at the front door and the one at on the inside. And how do I know about this? Y'all know, come on, keep it real. Bone tells me all the time he always up in dispensaries. But guess what? He don't have to go no more. He have it ordered for him and he's smoking. I have products. I give it to him. I'm all about the money, baby. All about the money. But to each his own. To each his own. Now, if you want to get into owning a virtual dispensary, all you got to do is email Bone. That's right. Email Bone, and he will tell you. Well, first, he has to make sure you're 18 and all that good stuff. But if you email him, he will reply to you and give you all the info. His email address is thegoraj@gmail.com. I'm going to say it again. His email address is thegorage@gmail.com. And I'm going to spell it for you. It is TheGoRauge@gmail.com. One more time. TheGoRauge@gmail.com. So email Bone if you want to jump into the virtual dispensary business, and he will hook you up with the information. Moving on, moving on. You all right? Okay. Moving on. Now we're going to talk about the table of truth. And the table of truth is where we bring someone, a person, of course, product. It could be a product. It could be a destination like a vacation spot. It can be something where we bring it, we shine the spotlight on it, and we call it the table of truth, but we shine the spotlight on it and we call it out, whoever it is or whatever it could be for what it is. So we expose it. So, you know who we bring it to the table of truth today? We're gonna bring the city of LA politicians. And the reason why I say that is because of the homeless problem they have in LA. A lot of homeless people. And I grew up in LA and I love LA. I go out there all the time still. I'm only 40 minutes away now. But this is why I'm bringing them to the table of truth. The homeless problem has always been around. This is nothing new. I'm gonna tell you why it's a big problem now. See, it started when it was on east of that 110 freeway. See, when you had people that was homeless east of the 110 freeway, they didn't really care about it. They want to say it's a problem now because it's not only is it west of that 110 freeway, it's all the way to the 405. And I want you to think about the neighborhoods that the 110 runs through, and think about the areas and neighborhoods that the 405 run through. Totally different dynamic. But now that you got homeless people way over there by the 405, where it's a totally different landscape of living, now it's a big problem. No, it's always been a problem. You just waited too late to jump on it. I don't know what to say. It's sort of like the gang problem in the 80s. It was way on the east side. Y'all didn't move fast enough. Guess what? If you move too slow, guess what? You're gonna lose control of it, and you can't control it. That's y'all problem now. So that's why I'm bringing the city of LA politicians to the table of truth. So let me say this, and I'm being very serious. So now that me and Bone have brought you to the table and served you the truth, hopefully what you digested doesn't end up getting you constipated. And I mean that. I'm done. Moving on. One of the things before we leave is we have a part where we talk about health tips to die by from Bone. Yeah, this was all his idea because he say people don't listen to good advice anyway, so we're gonna try something different. So health tips to die by from Bone. Tip number one, skip calcium from what he says. Drink soda. Ignore milk. Don't have no leafy greens. Why do you need that? Brittle bones are the fastest way to looking like that. Huh? Okay. Tip two, live like a couch potato, he say. Don't even get off the couch. Binge on the couch, watch TV. That's the fastest way to having your muscles not get any bigger, from what he says. Look at him. Tip number three from Bone, avoid the sun. Who needs vitamin D? You know? Tip number four, junk food all day. Junk food all day. Chips, processed snacks. Wow, that'd be great for you and just live on candy. Okay. And what's five? And tip number five, y'all, he say sleep. Who needs sleep? Skip sleep, party hard, and function on caffeine. Is that your 5 tips for these people? Those are the 5 health tips from Bone to Die by. Hmm. I don't know if I'll listen to that, but that's up to you. All right, before we end, me and Bone have decided to start this. It's called Let's Help Each Other. And this is a part where it's easy. It's very easy. It's called Let's Help Each Other. All you're going to do is email the Garage at gmail.com. The Garage, TheGorauge at gmail.com. And the reason why you're going to email the Garage is because of this. It's called Let's Help Each Other. You email us whatever you're trying to sell, whether it's a product, whether you have a business you want to promote, whatever it is, you email the Garage, and guess what? We're going to promote it right here. That's how you help us. I mean, that's how we help you. Now, the way you're going to help us is what we're going to do is add yours. We're going to show your stuff and talk about it. But guess what? All you got to do is just share this, like it, or just tell somebody else to watch this video. However you want to do it, just help me and I'll help you. I promise. Matter of fact, even when I talk about it, I'm gonna email you the day I'm gonna talk about it, and you can go back to the show and see if I talked about it. So that's how we help each other. So this is the Garage. Thanks for joining me. And Bone, is there anything you would like to say, Bone, before the people go? Please say something. I don't know what to say, but we out.